Hi everyone, so I'm Antoinette Stafford Cloete and I head up the communications unit at the Health Systems Trust. It's something I've been doing for the past 7 years. Generally speaking, my job entails coordinating all the functions involved in running communications for a district support partner like HST as it's generally known. We're a small team, but we punch above our weight. We're at PHASA at the moment, the Public Health Association of South Africa conference. We've been here since Sunday. Got up very early, flew from Durban and Johannesburg to be here, set up the stand and started upselling the organization. And what it generally entails is we speak to the history of the Health Systems Trust. It's been around for about 32 years, since 1992, so really at a pivotal time in the health setting in the country with the advent of democracy in South Africa. We focus primarily on what's known as HST. So HST is HIV, AIDS, STI and TB, technical assistance and direct service delivery. But we also have a very strong research and implementation science component. And at PHASA, we are actually promoting the two publications, the District Health Barometer, as well as the South African Health Review. So the District Health Barometer is a compendium of the data around 30 health indicators, and it's really a useful tool for many district health managers and so on. They draw on the data to help with their planning. The Health Review is a peer-reviewed journal, and the current edition focused on cancer services, and the next edition, which is coming out soon, will focus on mental health. So the role of comms is essentially to support our colleagues in health system strengthening, as well as in RIS, Research and Implementation Science, to promote the work that they do. And we do that in a number of ways, whether it's a social media update, whether it's a blog article that we develop, whether it is a poster for a conference, editing and layout services, a video. We do regular video as well to show HST at work. We also support internal communications to conscientize our colleagues whom we see as our best brand ambassadors on the work of the organization, so that it's cross-sectional and everybody knows what's happening in the organization, and they in turn can then upsell it. I think our reputation speaks for itself. I mentioned earlier on that we have been around for more than 30 years. And in that time, we have grown from strength to strength in terms of supporting the Department of Health with regards to delivering services to people ranging from the chronic medicine dispensing project. We developed the SYNC registration database, which is the electronic registration database for what is known as CCMDD. We have a very strong presence at national as well. We have colleagues that are seconded to support everything from health information technology to CCMDD. I mentioned that our research is also peer-reviewed. We have a number of research projects that we support the Department of Health with. We've also supported the Department of Health with the first primary health care conference 2 years ago. So there's a very close connection between ourselves and the Department of Health. Recently, we also are trying to broaden the scope of reference in terms of the services that we can potentially deliver, and to make ourselves more known to a wider audience. And in this case, We exhibited at what is known as SAFEX, which is the South African Pharmaceutical Health Expo, which includes hospital services, GP services, etc. And we were very well received in that forum. In September, we had 110 square meters of real estate at the World Pharmacy Congress, which was held in Cape Town. And there we had our a pharmacy van to showcase our pharmacy services, and there was a lot of interest generated around that. The same with what is known as the Pele box. So the Pele box is a medicine locker, and HST was really the NGO that was there at the very beginning in terms of supporting Neo Hutiri, the inventor of the Pele box, and really encouraged the Department of Health to come on board. And of course the department were keen, and that's a relationship that we've nurtured over time. And in the districts that we serve, and where we have these Pele boxes and other pharmacy outreach services, they are very well received, which in turn, supports the department in terms of decongesting facilities and making it possible for people to get their medication, to get their services on time. So the organization is really been a stalwart, I would say, in the health system strengthening and research space. I think we're very fortunate in that many are familiar with the Health Systems Trust already, especially those who are directly involved in the Department of Health or with the Department of Health. And some people at this conference actually do work with us in some capacity. Others who do not know about us are interested in what we do because how we brand ourselves, I think, is a draw card. It draws people in. For example, our stand, we have a 6-meter wall that we have put up that shows some of the programs and the projects that we are involved in. And people literally read our wall and then ask us, what is this all about? And that's really an icebreaker in terms of getting us and giving us an opportunity to speak to people about HST, what it does, what it stands for, and its vision in terms of the health landscape. Well, for HST's comms unit, we have a growth mindset. So, despite and irrespective of any challenges that we might have, our size, for example, we have a vision. If we have an idea, we're going to find a way to execute it. And we will do so to amplify the work of the Health Systems Trust. So we work very hard to do that. And we do it with very little, but the returns are generally much bigger than the original investment because we do so with passion and with vigor and with the idea in mind that when we amplify the work we do, we amplify the organization.